It's no ordinary school day for the kids at Lakemba Public in Sydney. Today, Makukuhan are performing as part of Musica Viva in schools, a program designed to inspire learning in innovative ways through a range of world music. And today, the kids are taking a musical journey to Indonesia. Leading this cultural charge are Efiq Zoelfiqar, Reeves and Deva Permana.
Some kids, they don't even know where Indonesia is, which is actually apparently Indonesia is the closest neighbor. But culture-wise, not many Australian knows about it. I think this is a good chance for us to share more.
I remember when I was in primary school, I'd never even heard of Indonesia, let alone know where it is, But the exposure to our little performance opens up their eyes and hopefully their ears and their minds a little bit to the fact that there is this amazing country right next door. So I think it's wonderful that we have the chance to do that.
For those of us no longer in primary school, Indonesia is a country we hear about through the extremes of TV, ranging from drugs to disasters and beach getaways.
Indonesia is really close to Australia. The relation is sometimes up, sometimes down, but with music, with culture, we can make a peace. We can share. You can have our culture. We can share. You can learn, and I'm really happy to give, to teach.
And Efiq's generosity was something that his wife Emma was impressed by the first time they met while studying West Javanese music in Indonesia.
We were friends for a long time. I'd see him around uni and stuff like that, and then just one day, click, and I thought, he's the one I want to be with. I was born in Toowoomba, so I'm an Australian girl. I think there is always that belief that it would be very difficult to actually go into another culture, and there's lots of stories about people who have had things happen with in-laws or whatever, but I never had a problem. Always really well looked after, though. Probably sometimes a little bit too well looked after. They'd treat me a bit like a princess, I guess, at times, and they wouldn't want me to clean, or which is fine, I guess, isn't it, really?
Yeah, why are you living here? Go back there.
I guess, yeah.
But certain things are expected, even of princesses. So before getting married to Efiq, Emma converted to Islam.
I'm not a good Muslim, I don't think. But I think, yeah, I sort of take on parts of both. My background's actually Christianity, so there's cultural things that I also like to take on with that are just part of me and part of my background.
When they're not busy raising their 20-month-old daughter, Maisha, Efiq and Emma are playing music.
I'm classically trained as well, so I've always found it really difficult just to improvise or just have people playing around me and just fit in. I've always found that difficult, except for gamelan. So I think Efiq's probably the better musician.
Efiq is adept at playing traditional gamelan, and he's experimenting with all sorts of variations on the theme.
This instrument is a combine from a traditional drum, that's kendang, and a drum kit. I call this instrument is kendram.
And you invented this?
Yes. Sampling the gamelan, right the composition on MIDI program.
This is real new fusion, huh?
Yeah.
And at Brisbane's annual multicultural festival, the fusion is out in full force. Having grown up in Indonesia's monoculture, Australia's cultural diversity was one of the first things Efiq noticed about living here.
Not just Australian people, I can see Indian people, Chinese, Russian, and everywhere. Wow, it's not look like in Australia something.
Like the whole world.
A lot of people from different countries come. Yeah, it's amazing.
Of course, the most obvious impact this has had is on our palates. And back at Efiq and Emma's, the house is full of friends preparing an Indonesian feast.
Telur sambal, sambalado.
Eggs with a kick.
No.
So, no sign of meat and three veg here in this house anymore, is there?
No. He loves
Makan apa?
spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese,
He can cook spaghetti bolognese.
Pie?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not food. That's not food. And you reckon this is all good, huh? All good.
Yummy. Look,
You're the taste tester.
more.
Yeah, try a bit of that. That'll sort you out.
Finger in there.
Okay.
Good food and good company are the ultimate cultural bridge builders. You just can't go wrong when it's this simple.
I do believe in people-to-people ambassador. Don't worry about politics, forget about politics. But I think food and music is a very good combination.
Back in Sydney's Lakemba, it's all getting a bit wiggly.
Okay, have you heard about this song before, everyone?
While Deva might look at home performing for the kids, musically he's more dynamic than his batik hat suggests.
This is my other job, playing with the other funk band and fusion band, Gap Project, and Dr. Feel Good. It's good fun.
Both Deva and Efiq often swap their traditional hats for something a little more jazzy. Tonight they're playing with well-known Sydney fusion band, the Gap Project.
Well, Deva's really a real purist fusionist, if that is a meaningful sentence, because he really likes the idea of bringing Indonesian music and Western music together. I mean, fusion was really the fusion of jazz and rock, or jazz and Latin, or jazz and pop, but certainly world music is very much another angle that you could take on that, yeah.
So whether it's in a jazz club or a school, it's about time we look over our back fence and get to know our nearest neighbours.